In a distant corner of the galaxy, the Galactic Council was in session. Bright lights flickered above as members gathered around a long, shiny table. The atmosphere was lively, filled with chatter and laughter. Council members, made up of various alien species, were discussing recent events in their territories. Among them, the council leader, a tall and elegant figure with shimmering green skin, called for attention. "Silence, please! We have news to discuss," she announced, her voice echoing through the chamber. The room quieted down, and everyone turned their eyes toward her. "An ancient warship has been detected near our borders," she continued, her tone serious. "It is unlike anything we have seen before." Laughter erupted around the table. "An ancient warship? From what, a museum?" joked a small blue alien with big eyes. "It's probably just a rusty old thing." "Exactly. Why should we worry about something from the past?" chimed in another council member, this one covered in bright orange scales. The laughter grew louder, filling the chamber with echoes of mockery. Yet not everyone was amused. A quieter member of the council, a tall figure with a long, flowing cloak and a calm demeanor, raised a hand. "I believe we should investigate," he said, looking around at the laughter. "There may be more to this warship than we think." The room fell silent, and the council leader nodded slowly. "Perhaps you are right. Let's send a team to check it out. We cannot afford to ignore any potential threat." With that decision made, a team of scientists and explorers was quickly assembled. They prepared a small ship to travel to the mysterious warship. As the team boarded, excitement mixed with apprehension. They had heard stories about ancient ships, but most of them were just that, stories. As their ship soared into the starry sky, they couldn't help but wonder what awaited them. The journey took them through colorful nebulae and past spinning planets, until finally they arrived at the location of the ancient warship. It was a massive sight. The warship was old and battered, drifting quietly in space. Its surface was covered in patches of rust and debris, and strange symbols decorated its hull. The team felt a mix of awe and fear. What secrets lay inside this giant relic? The team landed their ship next to the ancient warship. As they stepped outside, a chill ran through the air. The silence of space surrounded them, and they felt small compared to the enormous vessel. "Let's explore," one of the scientists said, pushing forward with determination. They approached the warship. Its entrance loomed above them like the mouth of a giant. The team activated their scanners, which beeped and whirred as they detected life signs and energy readings. This was more than just a forgotten ship. It had a pulse, a presence. Inside, the air was stale and musty. Dust covered everything, but the walls were decorated with strange carvings that told stories of battles long ago. "Look at this," a scientist gasped, pointing at the walls. "These carvings, they depict some sort of war." The team moved deeper into the ship, finding rooms filled with ancient technology. Old computers flickered to life as they approached, displaying images of ships in battle and maps of the galaxy. "This ship was once part of a great fleet," another team member whispered, his eyes wide with wonder. Suddenly, a loud noise echoed through the corridors. The team froze, heartbeats quickening. Was the ship alive? They exchanged nervous glances, but curiosity pushed them forward. They continued their exploration, unaware that their discovery would change the fate of the Galactic Council. Back at the council chamber, the members continued to laugh, unaware of the significant find that lay just beyond their borders. They had ridiculed the ancient warship, believing it to be a relic of the past, but soon they would learn that it was much more than that. The journey of the warship and the humans who built it was just beginning to unfold. As the team ventured deeper into the ancient warship, a sense of wonder filled the air. The narrow corridors were dimly lit, with shadows dancing across the walls. Strange symbols glowed faintly, revealing a history waiting to be discovered. The air was heavy with the scent of metal and dust, and every step echoed in the silence. "Keep your eyes open," said the lead scientist, a tall alien with sharp features and bright purple skin. "We need to document everything. This could change our understanding of history." The team nodded, their excitement growing. They moved into a large room that appeared to be the ship's control center. Old consoles covered in layers of dust stood against the walls. Some screens flickered, showing images of star maps and battle formations. "Look at this," shouted a younger scientist, pointing at a console. The others crowded around, their curiosity piqued. The screen displayed the ship's old logbook, filled with entries about battles and journeys across the galaxy. One entry caught their attention. Constructed by the ancient humans, this ship served in the Great Galactic War. Humans? One team member asked, astonished. They built this? Yes, the lead scientist replied, his eyes widening. This warship was part of a fleet created by humans to defend their territory. It's incredible! They scrolled through more entries, revealing tales of bravery and struggle. The warship had faced powerful foes and had been a symbol of hope for humans in their darkest times. The team felt a connection to the past, as if they were walking in the footsteps of heroes. Just then, a loud noise echoed through the ship, making everyone jump. "What was that?" whispered a nervous team member, glancing around. "Stay calm," the lead scientist said, trying to reassure them. "It's probably just the ship settling. Let's keep exploring." The team moved cautiously through the control center, noticing more consoles coming to life. They began to decipher the strange symbols and language used by the humans. The more they uncovered, the more they realized how advanced human technology had been. Suddenly, one console activated fully, showing a holographic image of a human soldier in ancient armor. The soldier looked fierce and strong, holding a weapon that glowed with energy. The team stared in awe. "This is amazing," said another team member, her voice filled with excitement. This ship was a war machine, designed to protect its crew and fight in battles. "Exactly," the lead scientist replied. "And it seems the humans had a rich culture and history that we know very little about." As they explored further, they stumbled upon a small room filled with strange artifacts. Old weapons, tools, and personal items from the crew were scattered about. Each item had a story, a connection to the lives of those who had served aboard the warship. One team member picked up a small, intricately designed pendant. "This must have belonged to a crew member," he said, holding it up for everyone to see. "Imagine the stories behind these things." Just then, a soft beep interrupted their moment. A display panel lit up, showing a map of the galaxy. The lead scientist stepped closer to examine it. This map, it shows the locations of human colonies. Some of them are still active. "Active?" asked a team member, her eyes widening. "Does that mean there are humans out there? After all this time?" "Yes," the lead scientist replied, a sense of urgency in his voice. "If humans survived, they could be a powerful ally or a significant threat." With this new revelation, the atmosphere shifted. The team realized they were not just uncovering the past, they were uncovering a potential future. The ancient warship was more than a relic. It was a link to humanity's legacy. As they continued to explore, the realization hit them hard. The Galactic Council had laughed at this ship, thinking it was useless. But now they understood it held secrets that could change everything. "Let's take this information back to the Council," the lead scientist urged. "They need to know what we've found. This could alter their view of humanity entirely." With a newfound determination, the team gathered data and artifacts, preparing to return. As they exited the warship, they looked back, knowing they had only scratched the surface of its secrets. Little did they know that the Council's laughter would soon turn to shock and awe as they learned the truth behind the ancient warship built by humans. The journey to uncovering humanity's past was just beginning, and it would set the stage for a confrontation that none of them could foresee. Back at the Galactic Council, members sat in their grand chamber, still filled with laughter and chatter about the ancient warship. They did not take the team's discovery seriously. The council members were busy discussing their next plans when the team from the warship finally arrived. The door to the chamber opened and the team entered carrying their findings. "Attention!" the council leader called out, raising her hand. The room quieted, but the murmurs of disbelief remained. The lead scientist stepped forward, clutching a data tablet filled with information. "We have returned with important news about the ancient warship," he said, his voice steady but filled with urgency. "It was built by humans and contains advanced technology. You need to see this." A few council members exchanged glances, their expressions skeptical. "We heard all this before," scoffed one member, a stocky alien with blue scales. "What can an old ship do?" The lead scientist took a deep breath. "We propose a demonstration. If you allow us, we can show you what this warship is capable of." The council members laughed again, but the council leader looked intrigued. "Very well. If you believe this ship has something to offer, let's see it in action." With that decision made, the council agreed to set up a demonstration at a nearby training facility. The atmosphere shifted with a mix of skepticism and curiosity. The team quickly arranged for their ship to be prepared for the test. As the team and council members traveled to the training facility, the team felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. They knew that this was their chance to prove the warship's worth. The facility was large, equipped with various types of ships and advanced technology for testing. Once they arrived, the team wasted no time. They began powering up the ancient warship, and the council members watched with crossed arms and doubtful expressions. The lead scientist stood beside the control panel, ready to initiate the demonstration. "Are you ready?" he called out to his team, who nodded in unison. "Let's show them what this ship can do." With a flick of a switch, the warship roared to life. Lights blinked on the control panel, and a low hum filled the air. The council members leaned forward, their curiosity piqued. As the warship took off, it moved smoothly, gliding across the training area. The lead scientist activated the ship's shields and weapons systems, and the council members watched in awe. "Prepare for maneuvering tests," he instructed his team. The warship executed a series of impressive maneuvers, twisting and turning with incredible agility. The council members exchanged surprised glances. "Is this really happening?" one whispered. Next, the lead scientist signaled for the weapon system to be tested. "Now let's show them our firepower," he said, excitement bubbling in his voice. He activated a targeting system that locked onto a distant drone positioned in the training area. "Firing in 3, 2, 1! He pressed the button, and a bright beam shot out from the warship, striking the drone with precision. The drone exploded in a flash of light, leaving the council in stunned silence. Gasps filled the air as council members stared in disbelief. This can't be," stuttered a member with shimmering silver skin. "An ancient ship like this?" The lead scientist smiled, feeling the momentum shift in their favor. "This warship has not only survived, but has retained its power. Imagine what we could achieve if we allied with humans." The council members were no longer laughing. Instead, they watched with a mix of fear and admiration as the warship demonstrated its strength and capabilities. The skepticism that had filled the room earlier began to fade. "Let's perform one more test," the lead scientist suggested, his confidence growing. "We'll show you the ship's defensive capabilities." He activated the ship's shields, and a shimmering barrier enveloped the warship. Then he ordered the team to fire projectiles at the ship. The council members gasped again as the projectiles struck the shields, but did not penetrate. The shields held strong, absorbing the impact with ease. As the demonstration came to an end, the council members were left speechless. The lead scientist and his team felt a rush of triumph. They had proven their point. The ancient warship was not just a relic, but a powerful asset. "Ladies and gentlemen, the ancient warship built by humans is a force to be reckoned with," the lead scientist declared. "We need to open our minds to what humanity can offer. This is just the beginning." The council members, once filled with laughter and disbelief, now looked thoughtful. They began to realize the significance of the discovery they had mocked. The tides were turning, and soon they would understand that the ancient warship held more than just technology. It held the potential for a new alliance with humanity. The demonstration at the training facility had left the Galactic Council in shock. The once ridiculed warship built by humans now commanded respect. As the council members discussed the implications of their findings, the lead scientist and his team felt a growing sense of urgency to make contact with humanity. "We need to find out if there are any humans left," the lead scientist said, his voice filled with determination. "The warship is just the beginning. If we can connect with them, we might learn more about their technology and culture." "We've heard much about your people," the lead scientist began, his voice careful but sincere. "The warship you built has shown us that humanity's technology is far more advanced than we ever imagined. But we don't want just your machines. We want to understand your culture, your wisdom, and build a relationship based on trust." The elder nodded slowly, his eyes studying the alien visitors. "You've come with good intentions, and we appreciate that. But our history with outsiders has not always been kind. Many have come to exploit and conquer us. What makes you different?" The question hung in the air, and the team knew this was a critical moment. They couldn't just rely on words. They had to show their true intentions. "We understand your hesitation," the council leader said, stepping forward. "But the galaxy is changing. We face threats that are bigger than any one species. We believe that together, humans and the Galactic Council can create a stronger future. Your people have survived and thrived against all odds. We want to learn from you, not take from you." The elder looked deep into the council leader's eyes, searching for the truth. After a moment, he smiled, a warm, genuine smile that filled the room with hope. "I believe you," the elder said. "Our people are strong, but we have also been isolated for too long. It's time to rejoin the galaxy, but we will do so on our own terms. We will share our knowledge and technology, but only if there is mutual respect. No more domination, no more exploitation." The lead scientist and his team exchanged relieved glances. They knew the elder's decision was monumental. It was the beginning of something powerful, something that would shape the future of the galaxy. "We promise to honor your terms," the lead scientist said, his voice firm. "We will work as equals, side by side. Your wisdom will guide us, and we will offer you the support of the Galactic Council." The elder nodded, signaling his agreement. "Then let this be the first step toward a new era. We will send representatives to your council to begin negotiations. Together, we will build a future where humans and aliens are united, not divided." The tension that had filled the air dissolved, replaced by excitement and anticipation. The humans of Viridia had opened their hearts and minds to the possibility of a new alliance, and the Galactic Council was ready to welcome them. As the day turned to evening, a celebration began in the village. Humans and aliens mingled together, sharing stories, food, and laughter. Children played alongside the alien visitors, their innocent curiosity breaking down the barriers that had once existed between their peoples. The lead scientist watched the scene unfold, a sense of accomplishment swelling within him. They had come seeking technology, but they had found something far more valuable, a connection with humanity itself. "This is just the beginning," the council leader said, standing beside the lead scientist. "We have much to learn from these people. Their resilience, their ingenuity, it will change the course of history." The lead scientist nodded in agreement. "And we will help them. Together, we'll face the challenges that lie ahead." The elder approached them, his face glowing with satisfaction. "You have shown us respect, and for that we are grateful. The galaxy will soon learn that humanity is not to be underestimated." The council leader smiled. "We've already seen what you're capable of. Your warship is just one example of your strength. The galaxy will be better with you by our side." As the night wore on, the bonds between the humans of Viridia and the Galactic Council grew stronger. There was no longer the fear and suspicion that had first clouded their interactions. Now, there was trust, friendship, and hope for the future. The next morning, the team prepared to leave Viridia. But this time, they weren't leaving behind a mystery. They were leaving with an alliance, a partnership that would change the galaxy forever. "We will return soon," the lead scientist promised as they boarded their ship. "And we will be ready," the elder replied, his voice filled with confidence. As the ship lifted off and soared into the sky, the team felt a sense of pride. They had accomplished more than they had ever hoped for. The ancient warship had led them to something even greater, a new alliance with humanity that would shape the future of the galaxy. And this, they knew, was only the beginning.